Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Tyrannical House of Comedy. My name is Tyrant. Happy New Year to those who celebrate it. And if you don't, you must be Chinese. So you better stop watching right now because I don't trust you. Unless you are an American citizen who gave up your Chinese citizenship. That's the only way I would trust you, you dang Chinaman who don't celebrate New Year. And if you were an American fucking Chinaman, guess what? It would be your New Year's. So happy New Year's to all that celebrate and those that don't. You turn this off right now. You turn it off. I don't mean you don't watch the ball drop or you don't make out with a sleeping girl as soon as still before a minute. Definitely gonna get this one flagged for that. Or you kiss a sleeping girl on midnight because your girlfriend abandoned you earlier in the day because she caught you doing Adderall in the bathroom. And yeah, it wasn't quite Adderall, it was actually methamphetamine that you had mixed with pure heroin because, you only do drugs once a year. You know what I mean? The day before you go that way. It's your New Year's resolution is to stop using heroin and meth. I'm gonna after today. I'm never gonna use this stuff again. And you just do it on New Year's Eve at like 11:59, and you just snort like a 16-mile line of methamphetamine and heroin, and you enter so that way, you enter fucking 2024 so hyped up and ready to go, but also ready for a nap that you're gonna just be like, hell yeah, I can't wait to do this next year. But you give it up. You say this is unhealthy. This is obviously addictive, and I can't keep this up. So I'm gonna do it once on, and I haven't done it by the way. I am still almost 5 years off of the old uh, the old methamphetamines, which is the devil's drug, believe it or not. A lot of people don't know this, but let me tell you a little story. Maybe that's the wrong hand. Let me tell you a little story. Okay. When I was a kid, no one told you about meth. But what they do tell you is that drugs are bad. All right, now it's drugs are bad. And done. End of story. No. No, basically what I'm saying is sorry, the music is way too loud in my ears. It's actually kind of crazy. I normally only do it in one ear, but I figured out I could do it through my headphones without you guys hearing. But having music in one ear and um myself in the other is actually easier to focus and do the podcast than with the music playing in the background in both ears while I can also hear myself through the headphones because that's how I have it set up. I have it set up so right now it's playing All That Remains. It's just playing All That Remains. It's just randomizing through All That Remains discography, which is like 20 years long, maybe 30. I don't even know at this point. I know I started listening in like 2005 or 7 or something like that. My buddy Dan, gotta avoid saying last names. That was a thing in my town. We would say last names. We would do like you'd always say like I'll say this name. You'd always say it's Aaron Davidson. It's Devin Garner. You always use the last name. You always do that. And it's because everyone in our town was a bunch of hipster fag. No, I'm kidding. No, their parents were the hipsters of their day, where they used a baby book to decide what they were gonna name their child. I don't know if you remember these. Anyone who's you'd have to be over like 28, probably 30 at this point. But they used to have books. They used to actually have books. Sorry about the sound there before. It's tough with these condensed mics without using the thing, holding it as a regular mic. But back in the day, you used to have books that had baby names, and it would be like top 10 baby names, and there are all these names, and people would just look through. Like I remember my aunt looking through names, looking through a book to figure out what she was gonna name her first three kids, and then her next three, she probably didn't use a book, but she probably just saw a name online that she really fucking liked. It was just like, oh. This one's a good. I'm not going to say any of my fucking small cousins' names. I'll say the other ones. Shout out Tristan, Zane, female cousin. We don't talk about women on here, all right? The only women actually, fun fact, the only woman who's ever been on this podcast is non-binary, which I fucking hate, which I think is a horrible thing that's destroying our country and also not fucking real. But anyway, I let her do it, insulted her the whole time, and just kept on going. And maybe I called her a fag. I don't know. I don't know. But it's okay. Jeez, I was doing a thing, sidetracked, forgot it, did another thing, sidetracked, forgot that thing as well. Can't remember either one of them. So my point of all that is I'm a piece of shit who used to use a lot of drugs. And I'm telling everyone else that if you want to try drugs out, do it on January 31st. Do it on New Year's Eve at a New Year's Eve party. Sneak into a bathroom away from your girlfriend. Mix up the methamphetamine and the heroin. Maybe fentanyl nowadays. Maybe fentanyl's the new thing. But you mix it up. You put out a big line. Just one big line. I remember when I was at an illegal casino, and it was a Hispanic one. There was some blacks there, but it was mostly Hispanics. I was the only white guy there, and they thought I was a cop, an undercover cop, who's just in there going to the bathroom to shoot up meth and heroin. But whatever. And they were like, everyone come up here and do this line. And what happened was the bartender, he was just he was the guy who charged you for meth. He he sold beer, but they literally just had some Coronas in a little cooler back there, and then uh, also would sell you meth. So you know, uh, but the whole bar, he had lined an entire, like, a giant rail of methamphetamines that was crushed up and ready to snort, because you can snort, shoot, or smoke meth. Believe it or not, you can eat it too. Smoke, shoot, snort, eat meth. Meth. Is it in you? Gatorade. Is it in you? Gator meth. It's Gator math. Gator math. Anyway, but yeah, he lined up he lined it up while I was there at this casita, and this actually is a story that happened to me in South Central Los Angeles, and I was in there chilling, and they did that because they thought I was a cop, and they're like, everyone has to come up and do some, and they made everyone do a thing, and I was like, hey, I'm a shooter. Is there any way I can just take a little bit and bring it in the bathroom with me so I can shoot up real quick? And they're like, no, motherfucker, you need to fucking snort that right now, dog. I don't know. That was, I don't know what accent that was. It wasn't what the way they sounded like. They sounded like chinos rather than chinks. And so So he told me I had to, so I'm like, whatever. So I snorted it and shit. Then I went back and was just trying to hustle some more meth to fucking go in the bathroom and shove it in my arm. Uh, but they still didn't believe me, and I was wearing this hat, and it had some weird patch in the front, and this fucking black bitch was like, there's a camera in there. Hey, y'all, there's a camera in that thing. And they took my hat, and then they took my phone. At another point, she took my hat, and then was like, no, it's not true. And then I had my phone out, but like, when I was texting, I didn't have it down here. I was like, and she's like, he's recording us. And they took my phone and kicked me out. I was literally standing on a side road of South Central Los Angeles at like 3 in the morning, fucking high on meth, withdrawing from heroin. And I'm just like, get my phone back, please. Hey, my homies, guys, my phone back, please. I know you think I'm a cop, but I swear to God, I'm not. And then they brought me back in. They're like, "Yeah, okay, we went through your phone. You're not. You're definitely not a cop. My bad." And then when I came back, it happened again. So I stopped going to that particular casita. And the casita is what they call an illegal casino in California. So yeah, anyway, new year, new me. And in this new year, new me, what we're going to be doing is a whole lot of hit jobs on these goddamn piece of shit politicians. We're going to go all political. 2024 is all political because that's all it's going to be. That's when they're going to take our rights. They're going to fucking go to World War III. I mean, 2023, year in review. What happened? New war. Holy shit, a fucking new war. Donald Trump got removed from ballots. They're going to make World War III happen. And then while they're doing that, which is what they're doing right now, they're gonna make these. Do you shut the fuck up? Quiet. I was pretending like it was a dog, but I don't have a dog. Here right now, my dog is elsewise. But these cunts. Look, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm a little drunk. I normally don't do these drunk, but it's late in the day, and I had to clean out some shit. I cleaned my room. I cleaned because I rent a room. I don't know if you guys realize this, but I rent this tiny room. And that's why I had such a small chair. And then I decided I'm going to get a bigger chair. And I got the bigger chair, and the chair is fucking beautiful. It's so goddamn nice. This is so comfortable. It's not even funny, but it's literally bigger than me. It's half the size of this whole room that I rent, but god damn it, I'm in East Mesa. Like what else am I going to do? But yeah, so basically what happened was I woke up, hung out, worked out. It's 2023 still. It's January 31st, 2023. Worked out, took a real messy shit that I still ain't cleaned my toilet seat of. And then I went and bought this chair here. Went to American Furniture because Amazon.com was not what I particularly wanted. And I forgot why I was saying any of that. I'm doing really bad. Oh yeah, my point is by the time after that I was like, well, I disassemble the chair. I gotta clean out my closet. I'm cleaning out my closet. I'm not Eminem. I'm fucking Skittles, bitch. Um, but so I did that, and then uh I was like, well, I got to figure out what I'm going to talk about. And I realized I hadn't picked any articles for the week. And I just had to just, fuck, I'm going to have to just riff and talk about new year, new me. And I was like, oh, new me, new chair. New year, new chair. Chair spelled Chaer. Cheer. It's a Canadian cheer. Randy. But so I had to look all that stuff up. I looked all that up. And while I was doing it, I probably did like, I don't know, 4 or 5 shots. I was looking at that trash can, you guys can see, because fucking A, this thing tracks the shit out of you, doesn't it? It's crazy. It's crazy. It's wild. Um, I did a shitload of shots. And then I'm like, man, I'm tired. I should just do this tomorrow. But I'm like, I'm not gonna do that. I just don't have the patience. You know what I mean? Like, I know you guys. I'm sure you understand. I don't know if any of you have tried to do this podcast shit, but let me tell you something. It fucking sucks. It's actually not. I enjoy talking, and I'm like, I thought I would enjoy this, but it's like there's no one in the room. I was always hoping to ultimately have a producer off camera who had like a mic like mildly off in front of him, like Tim Dillon. And then I would just be talking and I'd get the occasional laughs. But like, even like, Connor is not a laugher. He's busy playing a fucking video game. And then, like, if I have Avery and Damien around, when they laugh, they're like, and it's just, yeah, it's not a good time, but you know, I'm genuinely happy with the year, and I think I'm getting better at this, and I know I'm all over the place. But god damn it, I'm gonna try and get better. But new year, new me. You know what we're talking about? We're talking about Nikki Haley, okay? Because we need a vote for Vivek Ramaswamy, and Vivek Ramaswamy, Nikki Haley. It's basically like a God versus the devil type of thing. That's that situation you have going on. And the only reason I want to talk about it on New Year's Eve when we should be talking about like our New Year's resolutions. I don't have any New Year's resolutions particularly. My New Year's actually I do. I do. It's I'm not gonna quit drinking. What I'm gonna do is make sure I take at least 2 days off every week. Every week, there's gonna be 2 days that I don't drink alcohol. And god damn it, that's gonna save my heart, my liver, and my brain, bitch. Uh, and I'm gonna try and smoke less weed. But I'm also gonna accuse bitches of race swapping. That's what I'm gonna do because Nikki goddamn Haley. I found this earlier. This is a photo of Nikki Haley's family when she's a kid. Nikki Haley is the one, if you're staring at the screen, it is the top left, or it is the leftmost upper girl in the blue shirt, all blue, not the one with the blue shirt and the smock over it. To the right of her father, if her to her father's right, not to no, the blue jacket person. But that is Nikki Haley. That very, very, very dark woman is Nikki Haley. If you're only listening, I'm sorry. At least you probably got like 15 minutes without having to deal with this. But I beg you, please Google pictures of Nikki Haley's family because it's insane. That's Javier Milei making out with that bitch, which is like, fuck yeah. Okay, Nikki Haley's parents, look, it's a real picture because that's her parents, unless they Photoshop these two retards in. And I guess the older brother or the uncle who was molesting maybe that's the person they were going to set up Nikki Haley's younger sister with. That's Nikki Haley's younger sister's the youngest one who's sitting on the mom. That's her arranged husband when she when she hits puberty. Is basically is what I'm saying. But and if you look at, I looked up childhood photos. Stop getting Javier Milei. But anyway, so this is them, same photo, same motherfucking people. Okay, here's Nikki Haley's kids. This one and this one. This is the dad. Okay, so you're telling me dad's fucking white and somehow the goddamn kids are darker than Nikki Haley now? This is insane. This bitch did the Michael Jackson's. She got a more advanced Michael Jackson surgery on her skin. That's fucking awesome. And her daughter is she's water. This is her daughter is what she should look like. That's why her mouth doesn't clot open. She has her teeth closed while she's talking the whole time. If you go back and look at the debates, she's like, "We need to bomb Iran. There is no America without Israel." Um she probably got her whole mouth fixed and she just doesn't know how to use her teeth anymore. Uh, Looks like daughter was able to get teeth and good teeth like braces or something. But it's pretty obvious. Like, how do you have two like dark ass parents? like darker skinned parents and you end up like mildly tanned. Either you have to avoid the sun all day long for 10 years straight, or this bitch straight the fuck up got skin lightening, uh, I don't know, pigment alteration surgery, whatever the fuck it's called, whatever. I mean, Michael Jackson was black and then suddenly he was white. This bitch was brown, suddenly she's tan. What the fuck happened? She just looks like a tan bitch with brown eyes and dark hair. But then her daughter looks like a tan ass bitch with the same colored hair. And and let me tell you something. The daughter fucking would. Just let me just say, fucking would. Well, if she wasn't married to a black dude, because she's married to a black dude, so my dick's doing nothing in there. It's basically just I'm not hitting the walls, you know what I mean? Like I gotta pick a wall. I gotta pick a wall, you know, like it's like walking through a dark tunnel. It's you gotta walk with your hand up against the wall. That's my dick. I can't it can't do that. After a black dick's been in there for, I'm sure, a while. I'm sure if they're already married, um, and and he's, I mean, it's, I mean, let's be honest. If you're marrying a black guy, there's no way you waited till marriage to have sex. Like, there's almost no way anyway. But like, particularly if it's a black guy, it's just not fucking happening that your hymen's still intact. And not because you ever rode a horse, you know? It's because you're a whore. Um and yeah, so basically I'm standing here now telling you guys to vote for Vivek Ramaswamy and also maybe write at the bottom of the ballot at the write-in section like why is Nikki Haley white? Why is she the same color as me? Who did it? Is it the same doctor? Why are her daughter's legs just fucking decent? Why is she okay with her daughter marrying a black man? I don't know. These are quite. No, I'm kidding. Who would ask that? This is a comedy podcast. This is a comedy podcast. Daughter, though, fucking would all day long, dude. Jesus Christ. Look at her. Hang on. Let's. Come on, change to that one. Fucking what? How did she end up with blue eyes? I don't think fucking Nikki Haley's real. I think this whole it looks exactly like her. That's the problem. You know how you see people who are like, "Oh, Jesus, that dude looks like Michael Jackson." And he literally looks like a side by side of Michael Jackson. Like there's Tom Cruise lookalikes who they're Tom Cruise impersonators. That's what they do. It's like how easy would it be to find a childhood version of Nikki Haley and be like, go to the family and say, hey, we're going to give you a lot of fucking money, dog. And you're just going to convince the fucking little kid that it's whatever. Or you make a clone. Holy shit, what if it's a clone? She is a politician. That's a real thing. They're cloning the shit out of people. These people don't want to die. They think they'll live on. But if you make a clone and your clone's alive while you're alive and you don't experience their experiences and they haven't experienced yours and they're not going through the same stuff as you, I mean, the day after that thing is born, the day after it's away from you once, it's gonna have different experiences and uh it's going to have different experiences than you and start to change. And within 7 years, you're going to have a completely different person than you. And it doesn't make any sense. But it looks like they became different people because Nikki Haley married a fat white guy. This chick married a nerdy black dude who's probably very much into anime and manga and stuff like that. I'm sure he jerks off. He not jerks off currently, has jerked off to tentacle porn before in his life. Have not. I have not tentacle porn, but you know, that weird anime porn stuff that I don't want to say the word for. I don't want to say that on YouTube. I was young. I was young. I was scared. It was E-Bomb's world. What was I supposed to do? Not jerk off to Bulma's titties? Anyway, he's also jerked off to Bulma's titties while she's getting fucked by a tentacle monster, which is wrong. But goddamn, 25, tan skin, perfect teeth. I think all those are fake. She probably got all her teeth fucking ripped out. She's already gotten a little bit of. I think this is a fake person. I don't know what's going on. I just would though if that black dick wasn't in her. Unless he's got a small black dick. That'd be interesting. That'd be an interesting turn of events if that's how it happened. But god damn, fucking would, dog. But yeah, so Nikki Haley is a fraud as an Indian, and she does not deserve to be called such. She changed her name. Vivek Ramaswamy is the man, and that's the one that you guys should vote for. Everyone here, Democrat, Independent, or Liberal, should sign up for the Republican primary and vote for Vivek Ramaswamy. I'm not. 2024, all political. That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. I have a bunch of stuff about how Javier Milei is awesome. That's political. That's political. I keep accidentally pulling the photo up, but it's pretty fucking awesome. Him and his girlfriend right there. He's just got fucking tongue in there. She's wearing a thong on. She's fucking sexy. I think it was basically they were at a show. And he's a libertarian. He cut out all these government agencies, and he actually did it. Like he cut them down in Argentina and like canceled like them entering BRICS and all this shit. And he's done so much good stuff, and they're shitting on him still, of course. Is like this, even this photo. I mean, these people aren't upset, but there's other people who are upset about this. How can you be upset about that though? That's not fake. That's a fine half Argentinian, half German ass right there. That is half the perfect race, I tell you what. That is that is half of what Hitler was looking for. I tell you what, Hitler's looking down at Argentina like wood. Fucking wood. Maybe they had a point. Fate's a crazy thing, huh? Fate is fate. Fate is the rest of the Nazis, the perfect people fleeing to Argentina. Uh, and then it turns out that is what actually made them perfect, was mixing with Argentinians. You know, like if you were to mix a Brazilian woman with a German man, you would probably have the sexiest daughter and the most champion son, the most Chad of sons you've ever seen. Like, not a Chad has been born since Genghis Khan, who was a true Chad. His DNA still lives today. Probably once in the pussy of Javier Milei's girlfriend. Thank you for watching this year, and I pray you like, subscribe, and continue with me the next year with this adventure. And I hope that was decent. I don't know. I know it wasn't long. We barely made 30 minutes, but I'm a little drunk, a little high. Really enjoying this chair. I prepared nothing today. I had no stories. I came up with everything right beforehand, and This was the best I could do. I felt like the Nikki Haley stuff is very important. I just want to say that again. It is very, very important that you don't vote for fucking Nikki Haley. Don't do it. You can't do it. It's the worst thing you could do. It's scary. She wants to go to war with Iran. She wants World War III to happen. She wants the apocalypse to happen, and we can't have that happen. Like, subscribe, give me a call, subs- subscribe to my OnlyFans. No, I'm kidding. No, my Substack. If you actually are a paid subscriber to my Substack, I will give you my phone number and I will say crazy things to you randomly throughout the day. When I have a crazy thought, I will pull out my phone and instead of going to my comedian group chat, I will go to you and say it first and then send it to my comedian group chat. And you'll be like, oh, what the fuck is this? But you'll enjoy it. Like Javier Milei's girlfriend's ass. Or Nikki Haley's fucking hot ass daughter who fucking would if she didn't marry the black guy. But hey, new year, new chair, bitch. Char.